So let's say string, okay, or you can say str as well. Str equals software testing. Okay, you can have str1 equals testing, something like this. So if I want to say, so membership operator you can use over here as well. And if you want to print only part of your string, that's like you out of software testing, if you want to print only this portion, then also you can print. If you want to print a character out of a single character out of this entire string, single character, that also you can print. So how to print that? First of all, we need to understand this entire string is a string of characters, single characters. That character can be a alphabet, okay, this is S O, or a space as well, okay, space is also counted. Anything whatever you write over here, it could be a number, special characters, anything you write between these double quotes is nothing but like it's an array of characters. Okay, so S belongs to index 0. So how this is actually being stored, you can let me just take the help of paint. So we have this software testing. This way. So I'll take this way and we'll divide this portion. Okay, something like this. Okay. So how your software testing or testing is going to be stored. So say for example we are considering str software testing. So S will be stored over here, then O, okay, then you have F, then T, and so on. Okay, so this is nothing but how your software testing will be stored. So this is one particular memory location where S is stored. Okay, consider this way, and this is can be accessed with the help of an index, that is 0. This can be accessed with the help of index 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so they each every character, each and every alphabet, space, it could be special characters, they are stored at a particular index. So if you want to access a particular character, you can just say, okay, I'll say print, and I'll say str of, I'll say 3. So what it should print actually, what it should print. So this is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So T is at the third position. Okay, T is at the third position. So let's run this. So it will print T. Just a minute, guys. Let me charge my plug in my charger. Okay. So now you have actually taken a part of your string, a single character out of your string. Okay. What if you want to print the length of a string? So print length of your str. This way. So it's going to print 16 as the length of your string, entire characters. It will count the space also. Okay. Let me say str1 and I'll just let me first of all So it's printing 7. Now if I make a space, so it is 8. Okay, similarly a space over here, anywhere, okay, space, anything, purpose, anything, it should increase the count of your string. Okay, so this is one method. Okay, then say for example if I want to take only a part of your string, so like from software testing I just want to take a part like testing. So where your testing or T is coming up, so this is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Ninth position, right? So let me say if I say 9, I'm getting capital T or not? Yes, I'm getting capital T, right? So what I will do, I will say str of str of 9 and then column. Okay, this way. Let me print this. Print this. So 9 and then colon and then I'm not giving anything. Okay. So what it will do, it will print it, or it will start from the, so this is the begin index, starting index. Okay, so if I am giving str9, it's going to give me a single character at this particular index or position. But if I am saying str9 and then colon and then I'm giving it empty, okay, I'm not saying anything, so then I'm saying okay, this is the begin index or starting index, and end index I'm not providing, so it will go till the end, it will go till the end position. But what if I'm providing say for example length, let's come out with the length. So length is 16. So what if I provide 16 over here? So then also it's printing testing. Why? Because it is taking one less than the 16. So the value, the index of this is 15, right? So say for example this is at 9. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So G is at the 15th index. Okay, G is at the 15 index and that is why it printed the entire testing. What if I say 15 over here? Then it is starting from 9, ninth index. Okay, it is going to print from ninth index. So this is the begin index and this is the end index. So what is the begin position? 9. But end position is 15. So end minus 1. Okay, it's not going to pick the 15th index. It's going to take one less than the end index. So if I'm saying 15, then it should print till 14. Okay, so printing part will be end index minus 1. So it will print till n. So test. Okay, so this is like called as slicing. Okay, this is called as slicing. Slicing as in you're taking a part of your string, entire string. So you're slicing it. Okay. So the way, so let me write it this way. I'll say I'll remove this 15. So this is one thing. This is another thing. And what if I say up till 16, okay, and then I'll say nothing over here. Okay, so print str begin index is 0. 0 as in empty, okay, not 0, it's empty, and end index is 16. So 16 minus 1 up till 15. So from the 0th index, print the values up till 15. Then it should print the entire thing, software testing. Okay. It should print software testing. What if I say this is 9th, right? So 9th and 8th. Let me go till 8th. And so what should be the output? So this is the space is 8th position. So 8 minus 1, that is 7. Okay, that is 7. That is E up till E. So it's going to print up the software. So begin index if you are keeping as blank, then it's considering as the 0. End index if you are keeping as blank, it is considering the last position. And if you are giving this way, it's going to take from 9th position till end index -1. Okay, so I'll say over here start from 9th index. When I'm saying index, okay, or index always starts with 0. Okay, index always starts with 0. So 9th index, start from 9th index and go up till, okay, go up till end index -1. Okay, bring all the characters starting from 9th index up till end index -1. So 15th is the end index. Over here. End index means 15. Fine. So this is called as slicing. Now over here we are using positive values. Yeah, anyone has any question?
No, sir.
Now we are using positive indexes, right? Like 9, 15, these are positive indexes. Python also supports negative indexing. Okay, Python also supports negative indexing. So how negative indexing works? So in case of negative index, again I'll take this. I'll say this is the entire index position. I'll start from here. Start right from here. This one, this one, and I will say this one. So now at the last position, what we are having, we are storing G, right? Let me do it from here because this will work. So this is 4, so T, okay? So T, I, and then N, and then G, right? These are the last characters of your string, okay? So your index, okay, if you are starting from software, okay, SOFT, this the index is starting from 0, 1, and 2 and 3 that way, and it's ending with, okay, this is like at index, this is at 16, 15, okay, so sorry, 15, 15, 14, 13, and 12. So this is at 12 index, this is at 13, and this is at 14, and this is at 15th index, right? These are the positive indexes. These are the positive indexes. How it goes. So from 0 till 15. This is how the value is stored. But in case of negative indexing, okay, it works in a different direction. So this is at -4, -3, -2, and -1. So G is at -1 index if we are using negative indexing. Okay, G is at the position -1. N is at position -2, I 3, and -4, and so on. So this will be, okay, this will be in reverse direction. So this will be -15.
Minus 15 or minus 16, sir?
If I calculate downwards,
Because
one,
from left
two,
we are starting as
1, 2, 3. No, no, no. If you go for negative indexing,
I think it's
negative indexing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. Okay, this will be 16. This will be 16. This will be 15. This will be 14, and this will be -13. That way, right? So if we are starting from 0, then we are going up till 15. If you are starting from negative index, the negative index will be starting from -1, not from 0. Okay, definitely 0 does not have a negative value. 0 is 0. So for negative indexing, G will be at the position of -1 and S will be at the position of 16, -16. Okay. And one more thing you have to remember, guys, this one, if you are going in positive direction, the starting index should always be smaller. Even in negative also it will be same. So it should be lower than the end index. Begin index should always be lower than the end index, right? So you cannot say, okay, start from 9 and then go to 2. You cannot do that way. Okay, it's not going to print in reverse order. Okay, just try this out. It's not going to print anything. It's blank, right? So you cannot do this way. Right? So similar, if you go over here, okay, so using negative index, I'll say print. Okay, what I want to do, I want to print value from, say for example, this one. Okay, so -1. Okay, so -4 is the, let's say -4 is the begin index and -1 is the end index now. Okay, so -4 to -1. But then, okay, just let's do this and we'll understand. So I'll say str, okay, and then I will say -4. So -4 is the begin index, and then I will say -1. But then we also understood that end index -1. Okay, so if we are going up till -1, then it will print up till 2 only, -2. Okay, -1 is -2. So it's not going to print up till -1. It's going to take one value less than that, but it will be at this level. So it is going to print only till PIN. Okay, let's run this. See this one. So you are starting from -4. That is correct. Okay, -4 you are starting, but then it should be, if you're saying -1, then this is the last position, right? Then it should not be, it will take, okay, one less than that. So -1, that is -2. So it will be up till here. So this is how to use this negative index. Okay, again -4 is lower than -1. -1 is a higher side. So the rule applies same. Okay, the begin index should always be smaller than, okay, I'll say one of the rule is begin index should be smaller than your end index. So these things can be asked in interview, okay, just for making them aware that whether your concept is clear or not. Okay. But generally, these things we will be using for taking a slice of, or you can say substring of an entire string, or a portion of the entire string. If you want to take a portion of entire string, then you will be using this. Negative indexing we won't be using that much, but because anyways with positive indexing also it's working perfectly fine. So right, there is nothing right to go for this only, unless and until explicit specific case you want to go. But these kind of questions can be asked in interview, so you can prepare that. So just let me
Sir, here how? Hello.
yeah, tell me.
Here how we can print the last value. Like here it was displaying TIN only. If I want to print the G means what I need to give you a value.
With
Print.
negative indexing, that will be difficult. Let me go with
So after
C.
colon, I can remove this minus.
Yeah, let me say this.
Okay.
Then you can go with the last one. So end index you are not providing.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If there is a string, if I doesn't know the character, how I want to print only testing only. So how I can give the thing, like if I don't know that character number means we cannot like how we can print
You
the
will have
value.
to calculate manually. You will have to calculate
Okay,
manually, right?
we need to,
Right now
okay,
also I'm not aware about the numbers, right? I have calculated manually only. So
okay,
that we
Okay.
have to
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
Okay. So slicing is just for your taking of the substring. Now we'll also understand one way of like format method. Okay. Format. So format is used, say for example, I'm saying number 1 equals 12, number 2 is 14, say 12, 14, yeah, that's it. Okay. And what I want to do, I want to say this is maths marks, okay, and I will say this is science marks. But these marks or value of the marks, okay, you are not sure at that time, or you are taking it from a variable. These are variables. Okay? These are variables. So if you want to get the values from a variable and you are not sure that what needs to be printed over there. So in that case, you can say, okay, this is your string. This is the string is constant or common. But then you want to use this number 1 over here, you want to print the value over here, and 14 over here. So in that case you can say dot format, okay, and you can say number 1 comma number 2. So this is going to, what format method is going to do, number 1 is going to be kept in this one, the very first curly braces, and number 2 is going to be kept in the second curly braces. Okay, so let me print this as well. So it's a print and then last. So let's print this. So this is maths marks 12 and this is science marks 14. Okay, this is how you can print the value of different variables in a particular string, and you are not sure. Say for example, if I want to say, okay, I'll say 1 over here and I will say 0 over here. In that case, so now 1 is nothing but this one. Okay, this is the first index, or you can say this is 0 and this is 1. That is how it is, it will interpret. So this will be interpreted as 1, sorry, 0, 0th index value, and this is the 1 index value. So I'm saying, okay, 1 position over here and 0 over here. That means 1 position you are having number 2. So 1 index that will be printed over here. So instead of 12, it will be printing 14. And 0th index value should be printed over here. So 0th is number 1. So this will be printing over here. So you can do that. See, 14 and 12. Okay. So this also you can use format. Okay. This is I've not seen the usage, but just in case if you need to use this way, definitely you can use it. Okay. So this is some of the way. Then there are some other methods also related to string. So I'll say for example, I have used some spaces over here, right? So if I print str1, if I print str1, and if I say str1, str1 dot strip. So strip is a method, okay? Strip is a method which will just is it taking any specific character? leading and trailing white space remove. Okay. So strip and then class not the characters. So single character, right? After giving single quotes, doesn't matter. Okay, 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 okay. I think mistake I did is this one. I have to reassign it. Assign it, reassign it. Then it should work, right? So yes, this one. So because this is going to generate a new string, okay, and if you are printing str1, then str1 is storing this particular value only. Okay, so what mistake I was doing, I was printing the same thing again and again, but then this is going to generate a new string. Okay, and that I have to store it again. Either you store it in str1 or you take another variable and then you can print it. Okay, but just I want to show the difference between before strip and after strip. If I want to show the difference, then I have to use the same variable. Okay, so strip method will be, okay, if you mouse over on any method now, it will fetch out the documentation and it will show you that what actually it performs or does. So it's taking time. Yeah. So it's return a copy of the string with leading and trailing white space removed. Even if you don't give this way, okay, just if you don't give this way, then right, right. So doesn't you don't need to actually give single quotes or double quotes as well. That's what I was actually was thinking, but yeah, I was actually missing this portion. Okay, so strip method is going to uh, remove remove leading and prevailing white space. System is slow. Remove the string. So in case if you're having space in between, okay, so I'll say like testing is fine. So these spaces won't be removed, okay? These spaces won't be removed. It will just remove this prevailing and leading white spaces, okay? So testing is fine. Okay, this part. And if you see over here, there is white space at the last and the beginning as well. Okay, so this is one method. Okay, then we can have str dot dot. So all these methods will come over here. Okay. So format we have already used. Count, if you want to say count of a particular, see it's saying okay x and then start index and end index. Okay. So if you want to count a particular character, so if we have str, right? So str, and if I want to count over here, let's say e. Okay, so e is over here and over here. And if I start from like begin index as in 0 1 2, from 2 to 15, okay, so I'll say count e, okay, beginning from 3, okay, say for example 3 and up till 15. So I'm saying between 3 and 15th index, 15th as in 14, okay, it won't take 15, it will say 14. So between this two different indexes, okay, count the number of times e is coming. So you can say x is e, start index and index. And if you mouse over on count also, it is going to give you the parameters of it also. So x, you have to pass a string, then start, so supports index, and end you have to support, it gives support index. Okay. this is the, so it returns the number of non-overlapping occurrences of substring, okay, in strings. Optional argument, these are optional. Start and end are not mandatory, so they are optional. If you give, then it will just slice it out, as in from between these two indexes it's going to count. If you don't give, it will just find the entire string. Okay, let me just print it out over here. So print. So two occurrences are there. Okay, that is what we have seen over here as well. So E and E. Fine. If you want to convert it into a specific case, okay, like this testing is fun, okay, and I have already done a script, so I'll say str1 dot str1 dot, you can say capitalize, so it will capitalize the entire string. So system is fine. Capitalize it, right? Okay, capitalize means the very first character will be capitalized. This is not like capital, entire capital, but then we have this one, title case. Let's go with that. So testing is fine. So each and every first letter of your string is like made capital. So that is title case. Then we have dot. You can check whether it is alphanumeric, is all number, is decimal digit, okay, is lowercase, it is printable or not, okay, is uppercase, lower is there to make lower, and then upper would be there to make it upper. So now each and every character is made capital, okay. So this is for to make it uppercase, and then we have different ways to make it like title or capitalist. So title is like a, it's title case, then we have camel casing, okay, so these are different types of casing. Not, these methods are not used that much, but yeah, strip definitely you can use to remove some spaces, because sometimes you may take input from user, or you are taking values from a website, and that value might be having some spaces, okay, at the starting or at the end. In that case, we should remove the spaces, and for that we will be using the strip method. So some specific methods are used, otherwise not all the methods are used that frequently. And if you want to just explore the methods, you can just say str1 dot, and you can uh, just open, say for example, we have is alpha. Okay. And then just mouse over on it. Okay. It will fetch out the document and will tell you what actually it does. Okay. My system is taking time. So returns true if the string is an alphabetic string, or false otherwise. So, and what this method is going to do, it's going to return a boolean value. Okay, it's going to return a boolean value. So that is what you want to, and you can check this docs also. So they have the Python document also to check the method also. So you can go to this link. So that would be a tutorial. Okay, so built-in types and all the methods like they are explained over here. So what this method does. So this method is doing this. So you can explore all the methods over here. Okay, just in case if you need more information, okay, of a particular method, and you can make it a bookmark. Okay, so each and everything, all the methods are being listed out. Okay, so, so this also should print true. Okay, this should also print true because we are using just all the alphabets in it. Okay, false. The reason could be space. Let me just remove this space. Yes. So the space is counted as a special character, and that's why this alphabet was giving me false. So when we remove that space, it's giving me true. Okay. This is how you can use different methods of string class. And yeah, so this is, and yeah, one more thing. If you want to compare string, you can use the operator that is double equals. So say for example, I'll say just remove this and I'll say str2 equals single quotes testing, or you can say it in capital, let's say. And if I want to compare two strings, okay, if I want to compare two strings, okay, you can do comparison with the help of double equals. So str1 double equals str2. And let's print the print it out. So it is false. Okay, it's printing false. The reason is this is small, or you can say sentence case, and this is capital. What if I change it? Still, okay. The reason is spaces. The reason is spaces. Just true, and let me again make it. In Java, there is a okay, yeah, false. So capital and sentence case is again different. Okay. In Java, we have one method called as equals ignore case. Okay, equals ignore case. That is a method of string class. But in Python, we have to go for this double equals operator for comparing the values. In Java, double equals compares the memory location of that two string literals. Okay, this is nothing but string literal. In Python, it's going to compare the values. Double equals is going to compare the values. But then it is not considering the case. So testing should be matching with testing. Okay. In case of Java, we have a method called as equals ignore case. So ignoring the case, uppercase, lowercase, sentence case, okay, whatever be the case, ignore the case and then compare the values. Okay. So in case of Python, that way we cannot compare. So this is for comparing two different values. This may be used in case of you have an expected result, an actual result. Expected result as in you may be having some validation messages. Okay, that is expected that a validation message should come. An actual message, actual validation message, what actual message is coming up. So then we have to compare those two values. So at that time, we may go for these equals. Okay, so these are some of the methods and things which you may need at times in your program. Okay, and you can evaluate other methods as well of string class. There are many. Okay, so yeah, we can stop for string at this point.